Hi, welcome to my channel Learning with Devika. Today we are talking about variables in C. Like variables naming rules are the allowed characters and it is case sensitive, and the first character naming rule they are reserved as well. The allowed character like A to Z we can use uppercase as well as lowercase, and the digit we can use from 0 to 9 any number. Like 100 also you can use like an underscore we can start with an underscore and we can use in middle also, and we can end with an underscore. It is considered like capital letter X and the small letter X, both are different. So that is case sensitive. The first character rule, like when naming the variable, we can start with an letter like letter as well as underscore, but we cannot start with an digit. Some of the reserved character are int, float, double, like that. We cannot use while naming a variable. If we want to use like int, we can use like uppercase letter, but this small lowercase int we cannot use because it is reserved. Good variable practices, like we should while naming a variable, it should be easy to understand, and it should be readable, and it should be meaningful while we are writing. We should not use like x. If we give x, what we think, what why we are given x, when you use the long code, it will difficult to identify why we are given which variable it is x we are given. It will be difficult. So while using, we should be use and meaningful words while naming a variable. And we can use lowercase letter as age, and the float we can start with an underscore, and the item 1 2 3 we can end with an digit, but we cannot start with an digit as we are using case sensitive case snake case as cost per unit, like underscore in the middle or end starting we can use it. And the case sensitive, the value and value both are different from each other, because it in the beginning of the letter it was used in beginning of the word it was used as vs and lowercase, and in the next line it used the uppercase, both as the different meaning. So both are the different variables. Like we given keys, like think of it, we can what we fill in the blank. Can we use the hyphen? No, we cannot use the hyphen as we discussed earlier. And we can't start with an digit because we can it's in the rule. We can end with an digit, so it is not the option. We can use the underscore in starting, middle, or the end, so it is a snake case which is valid. So option C. Yeah. Find the line with invalid variable name. So in score, which is valid, float third place. So we cannot start with an digit. So it is an invalid, and the caret, yeah, it is the valid variable, and the double underscore we can start with an underscore. So line 2 is an invalid. Option 2. Yeah. True or false, like counter and counter both are same. They are asking. No, because the C here used, they are used this C which is the lowercase, and in the counter in the second one they are used the uppercase. Though both have different meanings, so both they are different. So false. The variable name is valid in which variable name is valid in C? It is second value. We start with begin, so it is invalid. Float, it is reserved, so we cannot use the float. We can use the underscore in the beginning of. So I think option C. Yeah, make in the middle we cannot use the hyphen. We cannot use the hyphen itself. Yeah. By declaration invalid in return, because it is a reserved. Yeah, it contains lower letter. No, it is reserved. Yes, it is too short. It is not like that. It is semicolon is incorrect. No. Option B. Here is the some program you can think of how the output has came. Like we have given the integer type, the variable name is, and the value is given as 20. The float we are using the height as a variable, and the value we are given as 5.6. And we are using character grade as a name. We should always, when you are using character, we should use the single quotes. And the age which is in, we should use percentage d. So we should always include the variable after comma. Then yeah, it is dot 1f means we are using after the decimal place we are using only one floating point number, because it should print only one number after the digit, so we are using 1f. And the grade percentage c we are using because character are used as percentage c. Yeah, return 0, so the output will be printed as this. Then simple code, which is um, like we are using we are given as5 as10. When the sum which is an integer, we will add both of them, both the variables, which is 5 and 10, which is 5 and 10. Then sum is equal to 15. We will printing the sum we are printing as which is integer, so we are giving us percentage d, which is sum is equal to 15. So summary of this lecture is variable must follow naming rules. It cannot start with a number. It cannot use the keywords, and C is and case sensitive. Yeah, here is some problem we should solve, and write the program that declares initialize to variable with valid names according to C naming rule. The first variable should be integer. We should use here user age, which is the variable name, and the value should be 50. The second variable name we are using at floating point number, as the variable name is item price, and the value we are given as 19.99. We should print both of these like user age and item price. So we can solve it. Hash include standard And input output libraries, and we should always start with int main. Then then we are using integer type, which is the user age, user caps age. Then we are given the values 50. Then close the semicolon. Then we are using floating point number as item price. Then values 19.99. We should close the semicolon. Then we are printing. In the printf we are using what user in caps user age. We should and percentage d. Why we are using percentage d? Because it is an integer type. Then we are using backslash n because we should move for a next time. So then the user age, the variable name. Then we are using item price. Then we are using percentage dot 2f because it uses after the decimal plan. It uses two floating point numbers. So dot 2f. Then template it is mentioned as variable name item underscore price. We can close. So end with return 0. I can run. Yeah, it is printed as user age 50 and the item price is 19.99. Thank you for joining. Follow for more learning videos.